If professional truck drivers had a dime for every time another vehicle pulled out in front of, cut in front of, tailgated, or sped past him or her dangerously, they could retire early. Most professional drivers see signs of aggressive driving several times a day. Professional drivers must stay alert and drive defensively to quickly identify aggressive drivers and protect themselves from an accident. Most professional drivers do not consider themselves to be aggressive, but may at times drive in an aggressive manner. Aggressive driving in a large truck can be extremely dangerous and result in traffic violations and/or crashes. Speeding or driving too fast for conditions, tailgating, making frequent lane changes, and failing to yield the right-of-way are common examples of aggressive driving. The following reviews these aggressive driving behaviors and discusses means for controlling them. Speeding or driving too fast for conditions is a factor in a large percentage of truck fatality accidents and is an aggressive driving behavior. Speeding results in tailgating and frequent lane changes and is the cause of most rollover and loss of control accidents. Speeding or driving too fast for conditions is often the result of a driver being behind schedule. Drivers need to plan their trips well, including a time cushion for unexpected delays, so that they do not have to speed to make up time. Speeding is not an appropriate means of making up for lost time. Posted speed limits are meant for ideal conditions. Inclement weather and traffic congestion are examples of conditions that require a driver to reduce their speed below the posted limit, and are something every driver should be able to anticipate. Also, curb and ramp speeds are set for cars. Truck drivers need to drive slower than these posted speeds. Remember that being pulled over for speeding is a double-edged sword, as it provides law enforcement a good reason to inspect your logs and vehicle as well. Tailgating, no matter what your speed, is a very aggressive driving behavior. In addition to putting you in a position of not being able to stop in time if the vehicle in front slows, the driver of the vehicle being tailgated may become upset and do something unexpected. It is critical that professional drivers maintain an adequate following distance to prevent tailgating and rear-end collisions. It is important that you maintain adequate distance behind other trucks as well, as tailgating a truck greatly reduces your ability to scan ahead in addition to your inability to stop in time. A truck tailgating another truck is very common and can be deadly. So what is an adequate following distance? An adequate following distance provides a driver time to perceive a hazard and react by applying the brakes and gives the truck time to stop. This braking distance depends on many factors, including the weight of the truck and its load, brake design, condition of brakes and tires, road surface, and weather conditions. The most common truck following distance formula, recommended by the National Safety Council and most state commercial driver's license manuals, is based on truck length and speed. It recommends 1 second for each 10 feet of vehicle length at speeds under 40 miles per hour. For speeds above 40 miles per hour, 1 second is added for the increased speed. For example, a 70-foot tractor-trailer would require a 7-second following distance under 40 miles per hour and 8 seconds above 40 miles per hour. This formula is based on ideal driving conditions. Additional following distance is added for rain, ice, snow, or other inclement weather. How do you tell if you are the correct distance behind another vehicle? Pick an object the vehicle in front of you is about to pass, such as a bridge, sign, or intersection. When the vehicle in front of you passes that object, begin counting 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000. In this case, the driver passed the object before the 7 seconds. The driver needs to back off and count again. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8 1,000. The camera makes this distance look much further than it actually is. Next time you hop in your truck, test the procedure. Most safe drivers will find this distance a length they already try to maintain. We all realize that maintaining a safe following distance involves a moving target, as cars will cut in front of you or traffic slows down in front of you. In most cases, these vehicles will pull away from you, but if they don't, you will have to slow to increase or gain back your following distance. Remember to increase your following distance during inclement weather, such as rain, snow, and ice. Changing lanes in a large truck requires a driver's full attention due to the need to monitor large blind spots, as well as the space in front of the truck. Changing lanes too often, or not following proper lane change procedures, can lead to accidents. Lane change accident reduction techniques include stay in one lane, get into the lane you need to be in, and stay there. Maintain a constant speed so you do not have to change lanes or pass other vehicles as often. When the need to change lanes arises, drivers should do it well in advance of the required location, so they are not forced to make an aggressive lane change at the last minute. When changing lanes, do it safely. Common lane change hazards include following the car in front of you too closely. Increase your following distance to provide a margin of safety while checking your mirrors and blind spots. Rear-end collisions often occur when a driver is concentrating on the traffic to the side and back of him or her and not on the traffic in front. Not ensuring there is adequate room in the lane you are moving into. If your lane change causes others to have to slow down or maneuver, you do not have enough space. Wait for a bigger opening. Not adequately clearing your blind spots. A trick to observe blind spots is to shift your head and body to view your mirrors at a different angle. Taking the right of way from others, such as changing lanes in front of them, pulling out in front of them, and running red lights, is aggressive driving behavior. Professional drivers need to respect the right of way of others and avoid these behaviors. The simplest means of preventing right-of-way accidents is to ensure you are never taking the right-of-way away from others. You take the right-of-way from others anytime a driver of another vehicle who is legally occupying his or her lane of traffic has to change driving behavior to compensate for your actions. If another driver has to slow down, change lanes, or take evasive action based on your driving, you are taking the right-of-way from that driver. Before making any driving maneuver, you should ask yourself, if I were in the other vehicle, would I be impacted by my action? If the answer is yes, you're probably taking an unnecessary risk. Some of the most serious right-of-way accidents occur at intersections when drivers misjudge oncoming traffic while making a left turn. When making a left turn, make sure there is enough time to complete your turn without oncoming traffic having to slow down. If possible, make left turns at intersections with a green arrow. Many severe right-of-way accidents occur when a truck pulls onto a roadway from a stop, side road, or driveway. Drivers need to ensure adequate space is there. If cars from either direction need to compensate for you entering the roadway, then you have made an unsafe driving action. Severe accidents occurring at controlled intersections are frequent, as drivers continue to roll through stop signs or run red lights. Drivers must come to a complete stop and respect the right-of-way of others prior to pulling out. Today, many drivers ignore yellow lights, or worse, they accelerate to get through an intersection before the light turns red. Too often, they run red lights and put other motorists at great risk. Professional drivers need to demonstrate caution when approaching all intersections and be prepared to stop when traffic lights turn yellow. Watch for stale green lights, which are lights that have been green for a long time and are likely to turn yellow. In summary, aggressive driving is dangerous and is a leading factor in many serious accidents. Drivers need to drive in a manner that does not result in others having to compensate for their aggressive driving. Drivers also need to be on the lookout for aggressive drivers and drive defensively when around them.